Hi Megan, I've been putting off making a video for like a week for various reasons. Just didn't, I don't know, I've been busy, I've been crabby, I've been doing things. I'm going back to my job at Burgers, so I'm not going to say anything about that. I also, have been kind of learning how to play the guitar. I'm terrible, but I really like it. But since I'm terrible, I'm not playing it for anyone because I don't want to be discouraged, because I actually enjoy doing it, and I don't want anyone to hear. Maybe someday, but I think today, yeah, I'm going to talk about Hymens and the concept of virginity, which is something I've been feeling really ranty about lately. So, okay, here's a fact for you, and a lot of people flat out don't believe this, which is part of what makes it so sad. But when the first time you have sex, it doesn't have to hurt. Like, for a girl, for a couple of reasons. I mean, obviously, your, like, muscles in that area, like, tense up when you're nervous. But, if you stretch the hymen out of the way with... Okay, let's start over. So, I actually had to explain this to my boyfriend, which is really sad. But the hymen doesn't completely cover the opening. That makes absolutely no sense, because then you couldn't get your period or put tampons in or masturbate or anything. It's like, here's the hole. You know what? I need a thing of some sort to just... Okay. Hang on. I'm making a... Oh, shit. I'm making a hymen for you. This is for you, Megan! Okay. So, obviously, it's usually not this big, but this whole hole is the opening, is the vagina, and this bit would be the hymen. So, do you see it? Is that good? So, if before you actually have actual sex, you know, do a lot of things to kind of stretch it out of the way, it's not supposed to, like, break. It doesn't break. It stays a part of your body forever. It doesn't, so it doesn't pop or whatever, like people seem to think it does, but if you're too, rough, or if you're going too quickly, or if you're not lubricated enough, it can tear. So if you, okay, I'm just gonna say it, if you get fingered a lot, it can kind of stretch it out of the way, and then it'll look more like this. Ah! No! It's just water, but, oh god. Jesus. Alright, so you can stretch it out of the way, and then it doesn't hurt as badly. Also, if the female who is participating, I need a towel, is like, sufficiently aroused, like I said, if you're lubricated enough, if the vagina is like ready to have something go in it, then it doesn't need to hurt either. Oh shit. Shit! Okay. Do I have a towel in here? This is my bathroom, Megan. You've seen this before. I've filmed in here before. I'm gonna use a giant beach towel. Anyway, so fucking stupid cup of water. Why did I have to spill? So it doesn't need to hurt, is the point. And the thing about this that upsets me is that nobody knows this. I told this to one of my friends who's like very big on like sex education and things like that, and she just straight up didn't believe me. She's like, "Where'd you hear that? That's not true at all." I'm like, it's completely legit. I mean, I've heard it from a couple of very reliable sources. The reason that it's not believed is because nobody takes the preventative measures to make sure it doesn't hurt. And that's bullshit. I mean, people are so inconsiderate to the female. I mean, for a really long time, I think the reason this is so common is that for a long time, like, arranged marriages, forced marriages were a thing. And usually, when you're forced to have sex with someone, you're not too excited about it. So people weren't, sufficiently aroused. And people are like, oh, this is normal. It's normal to, like, bleed and hurt. And it isn't. It's not supposed to happen. At the same time, if people were, didn't bleed, they were, like, accused of having sex before marriage, and they could be stoned to death for that. So it's been, like, a thing that you want to happen. In fact, some people would, take, like, sponges full of blood and, like, stash them somewhere so they could squeeze them onto the sheet so it would look like their hymen had broken. It doesn't even get on the sheet, anyway. Or it shouldn't. I mean, if you, like... I don't know. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Back on track. So, I guess that's why it's such a mainstream idea that this has to happen. This is something that happens to everyone. But it doesn't need to. And I'm like, if people were just more considerate of, like, their woman partners when they're having sex with them, like, all throughout history, this wouldn't be a thing. I mean, we wouldn't have this idea that the first time you have sex for everyone, it needs to be painful and bloody and awful. I mean, it's a little uncomfortable, if you recall. Like, but at the same time, if you've ever stuck, like, an entire orange in your mouth, and you've never done that before, your cheeks, like, feel sore. It's a little uncomfortable. It's a horrible analogy, but you know what I mean. It's a large object in a small opening, and the first time it's going to be kind of uncomfortable, but you're going to get used to it. But it doesn't need to, like, be bloody and painful and awful. Like, it's not supposed to be like that. And I'm just bothered that everyone believes this. And, I don't know, it's just a gross idea. Like, the man, not only is the whole, like, losing your virginity thing kind of stupid, just in that, like, what if you're a lesbian? When are you just a virgin forever? I don't think so. What if, like... okay, embarrassing story, kind of. I can't believe I'm saying it on the internet. Last Saturday, technically I lost my virginity last Saturday, but I think, according to Nick, it didn't count until yesterday, when we actually did it for real. But, we got it inside, and we had a condom on. And, after, like, a couple seconds, he just looked really bored. And I'm like, are you okay? Can you feel anything? He's like, I can't feel anything through the condom. And I'm like, oh, shit. So yesterday, since I am on the pill, we just ditched the condom. It was very anticlimactic. I'll tell you about that on Sunday, I guess. But so I don't know, for a while, there was kind of an in-between stage where technically neither of us were virgins anymore. We hadn't really had sex either. And I'm just like... And the more I think about it, I'm like, this whole concept is flawed. Like, it's so black and white. Virgin, non-virgin. Why does it have to be like that? That's so non-inclusive. It's like anything. Nothing's black and white. We've established that, like, gender isn't black and white. Sexual identity isn't black and white. Why would virgin, non-virgin be black and white? Anyway, so that's one flaw. Secondly, I don't know, just like... It's like the penis is the conqueror and the vagina is the village being pillaged because there's blood and pain, and then the man gets to be like, hi, I scored at the chick, and the girl gets to, like, go cry or something. And I'm just like, that's horrible. I don't know, it's just kind of, like, violent. I don't know. The whole concept is very disturbing to me. So, yeah. That's my rant for the day. I will see you on Sunday, and I'm gonna go play my guitar some more. Maybe someday I'll play it in a video. I thought about doing that today, but I'm like, no, it's too awful right now. But I can now play, like, 4 songs. I can play 4 songs, Megan. One is Free Fallin', which doesn't count, because it's not the best song in the world. I like it, but I know it's not a very good song, and it's really easy. Then Miss American Pie, which is much more impressive because it's 8 whole minutes long. My fingertips are red. And more fun to play. Oh Canada, which how many people... I'm sure a lot of people can say they can play Oh Canada, but I'm happy that I can play Oh Canada. And All the Rage by Elvis Costello, which is one of my favorites, which is like... something I've always wanted to know how to play on some sort of instrument, if that makes sense. And I'm just really pleased that I'm learning how to play that particular song. And maybe I'll play one of these for you someday, if I'm better. My singing is also just so bad. Is my neck whiter than everything else? It looks weird. Anyway, my singing is awful, my playing is awful, but I'm having fun, so whatever. Alright, it's 10 minutes. This video is 10 minutes long. I'll see you on Sunday. I'm leaving now. Bye.